Happy Sunday to everyone tuning in. Welcome back to season 11 of the Pro Kabaddi League. Delhi went past Jaipur in a cliffhanger last night. Welcome to day 64. A couple of bumps on the road for the table toppers, which has delayed the inevitable. 1 point away from a spot in the semi-final for the Haryana Steelers. They need to get back to winning ways, but it ain't gonna come easy against the boys from Mumbai. One of the most storied teams in the game, comes with a rich legacy. Tonight, they'll be hoping they get a cue against their name. The fight for the playoffs is on. The Steelers against you, Mumbai, in game number 1, and in match number 2, the greatest there is been in the game. He's 9 points shy of yet another record. 9 points shy of Mount 1800. Pardeep Narwal and the Bulls versus the Thaliavas in our southern derby to get started. Welcome back. 4 days until the all-important playoffs. We're counting down to the big one. And that is where the men separate themselves from the boys. And we continue our coverage from the Balewadi Sports Complex in Pune. Navneet Krishna here in the company of Brijesh Hirji.
Hola, hola compadres. Navneet Krishna thinks that the inevitable is that the Haryana Steelers will seal a semi-final spot. Are you speaking too soon, Navneet Krishna? Your Mumbai needs just one win for a cue against their name. Now they've split things evenly so far between the two of them. In a sense, this game is going to be Sunil Kumar versus Manpreet Singh. More on that later. Pardeep Narwal just 9 points away from 1800. He's played 188 games and he's got an average rate point ratio of 9.8 or such. The Bengaluru Bulls will be coming out soon up against the Tamil Thaliavas.
For the Raging Bulls from the south of India, it's now or never. It's time to full charge Marty with Bengaluru Bulls!
Their penultimate game this season. The Bengaluru Bulls have had a season to forget, unfortunately. They've been a shadow of themselves. It's a team that often punches well above their weight. Season 11, though, unfortunately, had different ideas for them. Their defense has been pretty decent, but it's their raiding department that fell woefully short. And Pardeep Narwal, he may be on the verge of another record, but wasn't able to get the kind of points that he would have liked. Take a look at the Dream 11 starting 7. The only change in comparison to the last game is that Sushil comes in. Ajinkya Pawar, Pardeep Narwal and Sushil as the 3 Raiders. Now they're playing 4 Raiders. Now that's an interesting combination along with Lucky Kumar.
Very, very interesting. Make your own team. The Tamil Thaliavas are ready to come out. Just like the Bengaluru Bulls, their raiding department too has let them down.
With the most expensive buy of this season, Sachin Tawar. Can he change the fortune of the Thaliavas? Please welcome Tamil Thaliavas!
Well, Sachin Tanwar really couldn't deliver on the promise he was expected to at the auction. Neither could Narendra Kandola. It has been Moin Shafagi who has consistently been doing it for them in the raiding department. That apart, their defense, oh, they've been fantastic. That's what's brought them so far. In fact, their defense is the top defense with the most tackle points per game in the season so far. But look at that, just 2 wins in the last 5. They've crashed out, but they have a lot to play for. Not the least being one eye on next season. This is the Dream 11 starting 7 here. No Sachin Tanwar in there, no Narendra Kandola in there. Moin Shafagi, Sai Prasad. They're playing, oh man, this is going to be very interesting, Navneet. A 4-Raider combination versus a 2-Raider combination. Make your own team. Now, the player to watch out for In fact, more so next season will be Moin Shafagi. 7.2 is his rate point average in just 13. And the Dream 11 player to watch out for. He'll be going at it with all guns blazing. Just 9 away from 1800 is the Dubki King, the record breaker, Pradeep Narwal. Alrighty then, the top 3 raiders of the league, not just the season. One of them is playing this evening. The one in between for the Bengal Warriors, in a sense, has been a semi-no-show. And Pawan Sehrawat, how phenomenal has he been? Can anyone break this Pradeep Narwal record, Navneet, you think? 9 points away from 1800?
I wonder if anyone's going to come close. Have a look at the records. That's why we call him the record breaker. He won it 3 times, MVP a couple of times, the best raider a couple of times. The man's been there, he's done it, and he's been around for a long, long time. He's got a fresh haircut, looking absolutely sharp, the record breaker. It's going to be the Thaliavas to raid first.
Line drawn. Game on. Kabaddi!
Yes, Kabaddi, no Kabaddi, 8 Kabaddi, 7 Kabaddi, 6 Kabaddi, 5 Kabaddi, 4 Kabaddi, 3 Kabaddi, 2 Kabaddi, 1 Kabaddi.
Speaking of looking sharp, look at Moin Shafagi, Navneet. I mean, speaking of haircuts, gets a bonus straight up. I tell you what, there's going to be a bunch of players today. There you go, bonus straight up, who are going to have one eye on next year's auction. Now, Dharmaraj Cheralathan there, there's a lot that we, have to speak about him in terms of coaching. Navneet, Dharmaraj Cheralathan as coach, how's he gone this season for you?
And we come to that. It's also our first look here at Pradeep Narwal, the record breaker. 9 shy of 1800 rate points. Next best is 1500 plus. Maninder Singh.
Also shy of the bonus line on that first trade.
Yeah, Dharmaraj Cheralathan.
There's an example. Now,
their defense has done well in general. It's also the first successful tackle of the first half, celebrated by Shriram Finance. But the Bulls have been good, Bridge, in defense. It's their raiding department, much like the Thaliavas, that has let them down.
In fact, the Thaliavas defense is the #1 defense this season. They have the most tackle points per game. They played 20. Their average tackle points are 12.4. The joint best tackle strike rate of 48. Clearly, Dharmaraj Cheralathan bringing his years of experience as an ace defender to that team. But the raiding, that's been a sore point, hasn't it? Until this man came in.
Absolutely. And so you probably think that he'll be the first one on the retention list for the Tamil Thaliavas. Moin Shafagi came out of nowhere, was obviously not a part of the original plan. And I think for coach Cheranna, Bridge started the season really well, but very quickly starts to understand the role of a coach. So challenging, because when your main raiders aren't performing, how do you make it happen? much like the Bulls, the main raider not performing.
Yeah, but how do you make it happen? The way the Tamil Thaliavas defense does it. That was phenomenal. All of them in a circle like a pack of wolves swooping down on Pardeep Narwal. And it came down to a do-or-die raid pretty quickly for the Bengaluru Bulls. Shafagi kept it away with a bonus first up. Then they had Himanshu. And now the Bulls defense has Shafagi.
He's been right on point. The cover defender, Pardeep, went really low to take care of Moin Shafagi, trying to get to the midline. Well done, Pardeep, in the number 11 jersey.
Right.
Also, speaking a little more of Coach Cherana, now the reverse fixture. To the right of your screen, the Bulls actually beat the Tamil Thalaivas. In fact, they've won, what, just 2 of all of their games so far.
Raider save.
And one of those has been the Tamil Thalaivas.
2 out of 20. And a win for Bengaluru against their arch rivals, their neighbours, is always more than just a win, Bridge.
I mean, for fans of these two teams, this is more than just a game.
Absolutely. No matter which sport they lock horns, that's a proper rivalry. One that everyone enjoy watching. This one, the stakes are different though. And this man would have been a big part of that original plan, was a part of that original plan for Cherana. Just went in the opposite direction though. Yeah, he watches from the sidelines. He's a man with so much talent, the youngster we say because he's still so young. Had a great debut season in season 9 when he took them to the playoffs, Narendra. It's just hasn't been able to replicate that performance in the last couple of seasons.
This could have been a big one. But the left side of that defense coming in just in time, you know, continuing on that Cherana talk. So I've known him ever since he was a player. I mean, if there is a human shape to the term gentle giant, Cherana is it. He's a quiet, he's a nice, genuinely sweet human being.
He is.
Is there a communication issue? Does he have what it takes to be a coach? The brutality that is sometimes required.
Yeah, I wonder if it's fair from our side to come to conclusions one season in. Obviously want to cut them some slack as well. Well, everyone takes time to get their bearings right, to get into the groove. Started the season well, but it is challenging for a coach when your two main raiders are completely out of touch. Nobody expected Sachin and Narendra to be as ordinary as they were this season. And that's tough for a coach, so where do you go for resources? Shafagi was one of them, they found that.
Fair enough. Do you think they took too long to pull the trigger on Shafagi?
Yeah, again, I'm going to bring up the conversation of hindsight because it's easy for us to say it now. And maybe as part of their original plan, was it Vishal?
Chahal.
Vishal Chahal was supposed to be maybe their plan B if plan A didn't work out. Ajinkya Pawar here was certainly, again, very similar conversation for the Bengaluru Bulls as well. Ajinkya goes down in a do-or-die raid, but it's a good game so far for both defensive units.
Now, that's a parallel right there in Sachin Tanwar and Ajinkya Pawar. Both went for really big money and both haven't delivered. For the Tamil Thalaivas, they, splurged on Sachin Tanwar, saying we'll get this one raid and he'll do it all for us. Ajinkya Pawar has proven himself just like Sachin Tanwar has in seasons past, and they splurged on him. Teams will learn from this at forthcoming auctions.
Absolutely. And we've learned that with Puneri Paltan for the last couple of seasons, the Patna Pirates now. You'll start to realize that banking on one individual, putting your eggs in one basket, may not be the way to go. You might want to have a list of resources at your disposal versus banking on one individual to bring you the goods. Truth be told, other than Arjun Deshwal, hardly anyone has had success where one individual has helped them go through. Sushil has picked up a 2-pointer here, I think.
Might even be a 3. Might even be a super raid. It's a huge raid, this one from Sushil. Is it 4, is it? No, it's
Red
3.
save. 3 points. Bengaluru Bulls.
That is this game's first HP Racer Gen 6 Super Raid with the power to thrill. He powered his way through literally that chain.
Look at the strength of Sushil. He had 2 of them trying to take him down. Absolutely brilliant. He's a strong lad, Sushil. Not the tallest, lower center of gravity. Was able to plow through. Much like Shafagi here, backpedaling.
Raider save. 1 point. Tamil Thaliavas.
The
Number
Iranian
11
has been top-notch.
A lot of work for 1 point though. Also, I think he took a knock to the noggin there.
Yeah, he's been the silver lining for the Tamil Thaliavas, Shafagi.
They're asking for 2 here. They're asking for... Are they asking? Or are they... Is there a substitution here? And look how quickly it's turned. Just moments ago, it was the Bulls who were down to 4 men. And now Sushil is raiding in a 4-man defense.
Ah, silly. Sai Prasad it was. Lack of communication between the 2 defenders. One decided to stay out of it, one decided to go in. And in the end, they were made to look pretty silly. Look at that. He was hoping that he'll have Hitesh next to him coming in. A good start here for the Bengaluru Bulls.
Yeah, but it still doesn't look like either of the teams is running away with the game. Does he have a bonus and a touch here? On Saurabh Narwal.
Raider save. 1 point. Tamil Thaliavas.
Saurabh Nandan,
Number
pardon me.
32 out.
A superb from Shafagi here.
Excellent. But just coming back to the conversation about the raiding, if they took too long to bring in Shafagi, I thought the plan, maybe their original plan was to try Vishal out for a bit. If that didn't work out, then they would bring Shafagi in. And I guess that's what happened. And ever since Shafagi did step onto the mat, he's never looked back. He's been a part of the team continuously.
No, What game is this? What game is this? What was Ajinkya Pawar playing at? Entertaining, if nothing else.
1
A
point.
good game of
Tamil
running
Thaliavas.
and catching, like we call it. Look at that. He's a quick lad. He's really fast, Ajinkya Pawar. But what do you do when you have 4 of them on you? He had nowhere to go.
Yeah, but the crowd getting their money's worth there. The crowd at the Balewadi Sports Complex in Pune really loves this game.
Number 5. Tamil Thaliavas. Jersey number 5. Green card warning for jersey pulling.
All right, so like you were saying, good start for the Bengaluru Bulls, but the Tamil Thaliavas neck and neck. They're not letting go easily. Moin Shafagi, I also think they brought in Vishal Chahal before because Shafagi was more or less an unknown quantity. They really weren't sure how he'd go. And I think he surprised everyone.
Absolutely. And sometimes some experiments work out, some don't. Vishal didn't, Shafaki did. And so sometimes, yeah, it's easy for us to say things in hindsight, but it is what it is. And just a tough season for Narendra and Sachin. Yeah, has got the Thaliavas where they are. Time for a strategic timeout.
Alrighty then, welcome back from the first strategic timeout. The Tamil Thaliavas trailing by just 1 against the Bengaluru Bulls. The Pro Kabaddi League goes to Melbourne. Remember, we've been giving you the opportunity to do that too. On the 28th of December, the Melbourne Raid. Right. The Haryana Steelers, the Dabang Delhi, the Patna Pirates, the UP Yodhas, the Jaipur Pink Panthers, they've all qualified. There's one spot left. You Mumbai and the Telugu Titans eyeing it greedily. 4 days to go for the playoffs. The eliminators on the 26th, the semi-finals on the 27th, and the final on the 29th of December. The game after this, if the Haryana Steelers come out with even 1 point, they will seal a top 2 spot, which means they will directly move towards the semi-finals. And you Mumbai, they need to win to get a Q against their name. Sushil's gone well for the Bengaluru Bulls tonight. Yeah, this was that huge 3-pointer. More than escape, it was strength that got Sushil through. He literally bulldozed his way through that. Nitin Raval liked it. Nitin Raval's really not been in the game tonight.
Not so far, at least. We spoke about the silver lining for the Tamil Thaliavas in Moin Shafagi. There has to be another one in the form of Nitesh Kumar in that left corner. Much like that, the left corner of the Bengaluru Bulls. Possibly the only silver lining this season. Nitin Raval.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Sushil hasn't done himself any harm in the last few games.
Yeah, he's picked up a few points for sure. Right, we're at that time of the season where we talk to you about the team of the season. A panel of experts, a broadcast team here at Star. We've tried to put our heads together to give you what we think is the team of the season. Who are the top 7, and this is all 12 teams combined. We're trying to pick the best in each position. Yeah, Rich, we're good to go?
Right corner, Rahul Setpal.
Wait. Hold on. Hold on, my friend. But, yeah, so that's the whole point about bringing you the team of the season. We'd love to hear your comments as well. Let us know what you think on our socials.
I'm telling you, right corner, Rahul Setpal.
Right at the moment, in the right corner is Lucky Kumar. Has to shot Moin Shafagi. He can't.
Outstanding from Moin Shafagi. How quickly he turned, bent,
1 point.
and threw that scorpion.
Tamil Thaliavas. Number
That is
44
a
out.
top skill. And to make it happen that deep in the opposition half, with the left side of the defense not coming towards you, well done, Shafagi. 1 on 6, do or die, bonus on. Oh, can't. Doesn't get a touch on Amir Hussain Bastami. This is silly. Well done,
1
Sushil.
point. Bengaluru Bulls.
Like I was saying, hasn't done himself any harm at all in the last few games. There will be a lot of interest in Sushil come the next auction. And that was Ashish who he got there. Now, just to put things into perspective, when we speak of Shafagi, Sachin Tanwar has played 16 games. He has 76 rate points. Shafagi has played 13 games and he has 94 rate points. Sachin Tanwar in 16 games has an average rate point ratio of 4.8. Shafagi 7.2. Sachin Tanwar 16 games, rate strike rate of 34. Shafagi 55. Sachin Tanwar 16 games, 2 super 10s. Shafagi 4 super 10s. And now we come to the left corner. Is there even a debate there?
Oh, well, there have been a few, like we said, Nitesh and Nitin Raval.
Yeah.
But Shadlu is who we think has been the best left corner this season. Well, truth be told, has there been anyone better over the last 3 seasons?
No, but I tell you what, both Nitesh and Nitin Raval especially have run in really, really close. Nitin Raval has been phenomenal. He has the joint second most tackle points this season, 70. The average tackle points, he's number 1, 3.5. He has the best tackle strike rate, 59. Second most high fives, 5.
And for me, I think why his contributions are really worth their weight in gold, Nitin Raval, is because he's done it in a team where they just didn't get going. The fact that a team were below par and still Nitin Raval managed to pick up these numbers is what's really special. Do or die radio. Moin Shafagi has had a couple of tries, one on the left, one on the right side, nothing so far. The clock's running down. Dug himself too deep a hole.
And I think that's Nitin Raval's first tackle point of the game.
Bengaluru Bulls.
He's been primarily targeting the right side of the defense. He is a left raider. But this time, the right side of the defense doing well to stay away from him. And yes, that is Nitin Raval's first tackle point of the game. Now, oh, they went quickly, didn't they? Amir Hussain Bastami
1 point, Tamil Thaliavas.
going for that double tie hold. Sushil being brought down. And this first half literally has run neck and neck.
Look at that expression. Now, Sai Prasad was pretty impressive in that previous game. Always nice to see a new name and a new face on the mat. You never know what to expect, and that's the beauty of it. You haven't figured him out. No real video footage to study him. And that's why the surprise element comes into play. And this is what Sai Prasad would have been dreaming of. Lots of time under the spotlight. That's what he's getting.
Massive, massive stage. The Pro Kabaddi League to make an impact in the world of sport. Ajinkya Pawar, this is his 5th raid. Not a single raid point to his name. He's had an unbelievably poor season.
Yeah, tough on him. He was a support raider with the Tamil Thaliavas. Had that special raid last season. Hasn't been special this season though. Saurabh Nandal picks up Sai Prasad
1
here.
point, Bengaluru Bulls.
It's been ticking along this game, point by point on both sides. No real team with a massive advantage. Just the 2-point lead for the Bulls at the moment. But just back to that team of the season, Bridge. Left corner, Shadlu. It's one of those things where there is absolutely no debate. Not just for the fact that he's a left corner, but what else he brings to the table.
Absolutely, he's been phenomenal for the Haryana Steelers. You don't attempt a back hold on Ajinkya Pawar, even if you're Amir Hussain Bastami.
I'm going to ask you this. Let defense, raid and all of that be left out. Purely in terms of what they bring to the Kabaddi mat, will Shadlu be in the top 3 best players in the game right now?
That is a difficult question to answer. There's a lot of data to sift through, Navneet. But,
Bonus point, Tamil
I mean, it's a
Thaliavas.
valid question.
Look at what he's done over the last 3 seasons. Was with the Patna Pirates in season 8. They went on to reaching the finals. Was with Puneri Paltan last season. They went on to winning. Is with the Haryana Steelers this season. They're table toppers. Rough super tackle opportunity here for the Tamil Thaliavas. Once again, Ajinkya Pawar trying to manufacture some space. But 3 versus 1,
Super tackle.
it
2
was
points,
never going to happen.
Tamil Thaliavas.
And just like that, the Tamil Thaliavas draw level with that rough super tackle, with that mugger ki jakkar. You can't run yourself out of trouble every single time, can you, Navneet? Throws the back kick there, tries to run around the defense. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I love that reaction. He's done.
I think Shadlu, yes, would be one of the top 3. I'll tell you what, Shadlu, if I'm not mistaken, is one of the only 3 players to have 50 raid and tackle points in the entire league across seasons.
Across 11 seasons.
One of the only 2, actually.
2.
Manjeet Chillar was the only other one.
Way back, can you believe it, in 2014 in season 1, over 50 tackle points and over 50 raid points. Manjeet Chillar was a proper entertainer when raiding, Rich.
Oh, he was phenomenal. I mean, as a player, no one would want to get on the wrong side of Manjeet Chillar. Just like Sushil doesn't want to get on the wrong side of the Tamil Thaliavas defense here. And now the Tamil Thaliavas have a 2-point lead themselves.
Searching. But Abhishek Manokaran holds on to that ankle like dear life and he gets assistance. right in the nick of time.
I'll tell you something else. I mean, yet speaking of similarities between Shadlu and Manjeet Chillar, if you think Shadlu is an entertainer, Manjeet Chillar is the OG.
He is the OG. I've been around when he was a part season 8. He's a proper entertainer. Bona fide
1 point,
superstar of this
Bengaluru
game.
Bulls.
Another point
Number
for the
11.
Bulls here.
Number
It was
11.
the Bulls that were leading. Now they're trailing
Number
by
11.
2.
Please,
Make
don't
that
equal.
1. Nitin Raval and Saurabh Nandal, the two corners coming together to take down Moin Shafagi. But yeah, for me, with Chandlu, it's defense, it's raid, and what he brings by virtue of his presence to the mat in itself. It's also psychological, and I think he's a proper showman, and he's a great man to have in your team.
I'll tell you another thing. It's not just what he brings to the mat, it's what he brings to the sport.
Oh, 100%. Oh, he's a showman. He absolutely
Change the
loves
mode.
the camera. He likes the big stage. He eggs the crowd on. He's one of the great characters in the sport.
No, pretty good crowd in for an end of league stage game.
Who's in action in the next one?
You Mumba, Ajit Chauhan versus Haryana Steelers, Manpreet Singh.
Ajit Chauhan is a Pune boy. So far, Moin Shafagi is the top scorer for the Tamil Thaliavas, like it has been for a while now. 5 points so far. That's copy and kick. Was a thing of beauty. Deep in the right corner against Lucky Kumar.
And Moin Shafagi actually shifts into a completely different gear in the second half. His raid strike rate improves by 10 percentage points. The Tamil Thalaivas, if they have something to show in raid this season, it's Moin Shafagi. Phase-wise, not much to sort of read between the two. The Tamil Thalaivas trailing by 3 in the first 10 minutes, leading by 2 in the next 10. 1 point. 1 point is what the Haryana Steelers need to make it to the semi-finals. 1 point is what U Mumbai need to qualify. 1 point. That is a 1 point game.
It is. And so that's going to be a big one. Can't wait for that to start. Well, we have 20 minutes left here in a Southern Derby. Penultimate game for both these teams. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the second half.
Oh, Kabaddi goes to Melbourne, Australia, mate. Oh, this is going to be a huge one. We're going to see superstars on the mat. There you go, the Manjeet Chiller we were speaking of. Oh, this is going to be a game and a half. On foreign shores, on the 28th of December. Do not miss this.
India's very own sport goes international, and for the first time, we go down under. Melbourne raid on the 28th, and the day after, the big one, grand finale of season 11. Wow, that's going to be fun. Bridge those 4 days. Eliminators, semi-finals, Melbourne raid, and the final back-to-back 4 days.
Right, mate. It's the Melbourne ride. All right, Dream 11 top picks. Nitesh Kumar right at the top. How many of those are in your team? Pardeep Narwal in that 5. 9 away from 1800 when the game began. He's still there.
Here we go. The Thaliavas now have a 1-point lead. Hasn't been the most high-scoring game, you'll see. But an opportunity for new names to make it their own. Pankaj, the substitute raider for the Bengaluru Bulls now. We've seen a little bit of him this season. Looking for that scorpion kick, much like Shafagi. Gets nothing on Abhishek. They've been waiting for this all season long, Bridge, for a little bit of time on the mat, and they get it now.
All right, the corners for the Bengaluru Bulls tonight. Look at that. Nitin Raval, 2 points. Saurabh Nandal, 2 points. Nitin Raval, he's been phenomenal. Heart goes out to him. Himanshu claims a toe touch on Saurabh Nandal. Saurabh Nandal disputes it. Let's see what the officials have to say. No point given. Himanshu's asking for a review there.
Redder save. 1 point. Tamil Thaliavas. Number
Given
22.
without the review.
There you go. That's a comfortable touch, Bridge.
Clean as a whistle.
Absolutely. For all of you who are just tuning in, what we're also doing is trying to build the team of the season. Oh, Pardeep Narwal
Number 3.
made that defense look pretty
Redder save.
ordinary.
2
They just
points.
went in the wrong
Bengaluru Bulls.
direction.
Number 4 and 9 out.
Yeah, he fainted a dupki. Look at what he did. They thought he'd go for the dupki. He pulled out of it and ran around them. That was ridiculous.
Those were the first 2 points for Pardeep Narwal in this game. Was without a point in the first half. Now, Sai Prasad, did he get a touch? He's claiming one.
I think unlucky. They're asking for a review here.
Pankaj it is.
They're
Number
chomping at
44.
the bit, no? Wait for the review, Pankaj.
But yeah, just a reminder to all our viewers that we are building the team of the season. So far, we've gone through the right corner and the left corner. This is the team
Redder
of
save.
experts here
1
at
point. Tamil Thaliavas.
Star, where we've tried to
Number
put our heads
44 out.
together to think who we think should be in the team of the season. So far, right corner, Rahul Setpal from the Steelers. Left corner, Shadlu from the Steelers. Both the corners now taken by the Steelers in our team of the season. And we'll keep bringing you the other positions as we move along as well.
I'd be interested to see who the coach of the season will turn out to be.
1 versus 4, yeah, Pankaj! Wow! Abhishek Manokaran,
1
quite
point.
literally
Tamil Thaliavas.
grabbing the bull by its horn. Went in head on. Ferocious tackle.
The first successful tackle of the second half. Sriram Finance celebrates it. That's a tackle worth celebrating. That is a really strong tackle. Sai Prasad, 4th raid. Oh, gets out of it in time.
Redder save. 1 point. Tamil Thaliavas. Number
Pardeep.
11 out.
This, Navneet, is the 4th time he's going to the bench, Pardeep.
There's a couple of points as well. Pardeep!
Redder out.
Once again
1 point,
attempting
Tamil
the
Thaliavas.
dupki. This time he stopped in his tracks. Now who was it? Ashish and Abhishek.
I really can't figure out who had that first touch there. That is a fantastic example of a chain there. They just didn't let go. Now a three-man defense, the Bengaluru Bulls. The Tamil Thaliavas are knocking on the door of an all-out. A raw super tackle opportunity here. Moin Shafagi rushing at Nitin Raval. Will he throw the kick again? He does. Saurabh Nandal stays away. Oh, he's going deep, isn't he? But Nitin Raval is just too canny a customer. He's been pretty unflappable now. The left cover to the right of your screen.
Yeah, we move from our corners to our cover positions. We're going to start with the left cover. And it's going to go to the Panthers. Reza Mir Bagheri, the Iranian. So another Iranian making it to our team of the season. He's been good, particularly in the second half of the season, Bridge. Reza Mir Bagheri, massive impact he's had along with Ankush and Arjun for the Panthers. Rough super tackle opportunity here for the Bengaluru Bulls. Sai Prasad comes in. But you happy there? Reza Mir Bagheri. I'm trying to think of who would have been the close contenders.
Oh, he's been solid as Reza Mir Bagheri, man. He's been a wall. I think the closest that anyone might come to him is Jaideep. But then listen, what do you want? The entire Haryana Steelers?
No, but fair enough. I thought Reza, Jaideep, both were good contenders for that right cover position.
Now, here's where things start to get interesting. As a raw super tackle situation, a do-or-die raid, Moin Shafagi makes it look very, very simple. Puts in a kick on the left corner, the best left corner in the business. One of the best, actually. Nitin Raval. There was no way he could have escaped that. Now the Tamil Thaliavas beginning to draw away. The Bulls down to 2. Sushil in raid. A do-or-die. He has to come back with a point, a bonus or a touch. Sushil, he's been superb this evening. This is his 7th raid point.
Redder save. 1 point, Bengaluru Bulls.
He's been the only one ticking along as far as raiding goes. Look at that. That is a great maneuver.
Number 44 out, 1 in.
So what do we have so far? We have both our corners, Rahul Sethpal to the right, Shadlu to the left. We have Reza Mir Bagheri at left cover.
And so we're going to move to the right cover next to finish our list of defenders in our team of the season. At the moment, another raw super tackle opportunity for the Bulls here. They got to deal with Shafagi, who's been Thaliavas' best raider in recent times. 13 matches that he's played. Ever since he came, he's made an impact. But he'll have to wait a little longer to make one in this game. Naveen Kundu.
Super tackle.
He could do, actually.
Bengaluru Bulls.
Naveen could do.
Rob super tackle, a Magar ki jacket. He's just about come onto the mat and he makes an impact straight up.
You know, I have to tell you this. The Bengaluru Bulls have been the best in do-or-die raids this season. They have 60 tackle points, an average tackle point ratio of 4 per game, and a tackle strike rate of 65.
You mean super tackle situation?
Super tackles, yes. That was a super tackle.
Yeah, you mentioned do or die. Yeah, super tackles. They've been superb. 1 versus 5. Oh! The balancing act just too fast for his own good.
Too eager, too eager. I was wondering when that face would pop up on our screens.
Unanimous decision. One choice for our right cover had to be the Mumba skipper. Had to be the most experienced and the most successful Indian captain, the most successful PKL captain. It had to be Sunil Kumar, and he will get the right cover position. Will he also assume captaincy duties in this team?
I would assume he will assume.
There he is. Speak about Sunil. We're gonna give you Sunil. Gearing up for a big game. They need to qualify. They need to get 1 point. They're almost there, but they need to get that done.
He's been phenomenal for Mumba this season. Not just at cover, but as captain also. The way he's mentored that team has been fantastic. Do you think the Jaipur Pink Panthers would be ruining having let him go?
Absolutely. Someone with the kind of experience that Sunil has, needless to say, is also a great skipper to have. Very experienced. Right, here we go. 3-point lead for the Thaliavas. Himanshu now. Oh, Naveen couldn't do on this occasion.
Tamil
I
Thaliavas,
think they
number
missed
1
a
out.
trick there because Himanshu spent a reasonable amount of time in the right corner. I mean, he was sort of Nandal was almost his landlord there. Except that he didn't collect the rent.
Direct.
Now a do-or-die raid on the other side in a full house. Can Sushil rescue them from an all-out again? He's done it once before. Will he just return with the bonus this
Point,
time?
Bengaluru Bulls.
Still a deficit of 3. Like we said, this game can go either way, but the Thaliavas will be hoping to get that all out to really break this game open. Sushil is there, and so is Saurabh Nandal. Sushil is knocked out.
Actually, Shafagi was returning for seconds there.
Number 5 out.
Sushil rushed back in to stop him from doing that. And this is a strategic timeout at the 10-minute mark. 1 minute and 30 seconds. The Tamil Thaliavas leading by 4. See you on the other side of 90.
क्या बोल रहे हैं देख एक बात बता रहे देख थोड़ा क्लोज खेल बोनस मत दे सपोज बोनस में आ गया एक बोनस पीछे आके मारने के लिए कोशिश कर हां बोनस போனதுக்கு அப்புறம் ரொம்ப சேஃப் ஆடிறப்படாது லாங் போடுறப்படாது அமீர் बोनस போனதுக்கு बाद थोड़ा क्लोज ज्यादा आज की
Alrighty then, back from our final strategic timeout of this game. The Tamil Thaliavas leading by 4. The Bengaluru Bulls down to 1. In about 10 minutes from now, the fight for the playoffs. This should actually be the final game, yeah, because it's just 1 point that Mumbai need for a Q against their name, which means they need to lose by 7 or less, if at all. They do lose. The Haryana Steelers, if they lose, they need to lose by 7 or less, which means they will seal a top 2 spot, which means that they will go straight through to the semi-finals. This is the Dream 11 starting 7 for both teams. Vishal Tate, Vinay Shivam Patare, they're playing with 3 Raiders, Navneet.
Yeah, Vishal Tate, he's actually been a part of this team over the last few games in the starting 7. Zafar Danish comes in for you, Mumbai. Now, I like that change. I think he was a part of the original plan, and I'm glad they're going back to Zafar Danish. And Lokesh is there in that left corner. At the moment, though, we still have 10 minutes left here. 4 points the lead for the Tamil Thaliavas. Very much possible that the Bulls come back. We call them the comeback Bulls for a reason. They've done that many times.
Absolutely. If there's anyone who knows what a comeback means, it's the Bengaluru Bulls. Now, Moin Shafagi, he's put in 14 raids. He has 7 points on the night. That scorpion kick was a thing of beauty. It was over in a flash before Saurabh Nandal could blink, before Saurabh Nandal could say, Moin Shafagi.
Right, here we go. Final 10 minutes. Penultimate game. Both these teams have one game after this. I think the Thaliavas are on the mat tomorrow. The Bengaluru Bulls day after. And Ajinkya Pawar searching for a point. Unfortunately, He's been searching for it all season long. It's just been tough. They figured him out.
Raider out. Bonus
They know
point.
what
Bengaluru
his
Bulls. All out.
biggest
1+2,
strength is,
3
that is
points.
speed.
Tamil Thaliavas.
But they've stayed deep often for Ajinkya
All
Pawar.
in
They've tried to
Bengaluru.
make him come towards them. He's done that, and in the process, he's just not been able to get the points back.
They figured him out, he's figured out that they figured him out, and which is why he takes so long with his footwork near the balk line, doesn't go in early
Number 1
enough.
and 90
Now
now,
he's been
44 and
substituted.
22
Saurav
in.
Nandal has come back in, Lucky Sharma has come back in. The Tamil Thalaivas are leading by 6. It's Himanshu on raid. Oh, he's pulled up a big one here. I think he's pulled up a massive raid here.
Number 22.
Now this could be the biggest blow. Oh wait, maybe we shouldn't get too excited. How many?
Please, number 44, you also.
1,
Please wait.
2, 3. Is there a 4? Or maybe that came after he went past the midline. I think 3 at a minimum. The zoomed out angle will give us a better view. Yeah, I would
4.
think 3. 4? Wow.
Man, he must have stretched his shoulder there.
Raider save. 4 points. Tamil Thalaivas.
Oh my days! That is beyond an HP Racer Gen 6 Super Raid. Talk about the power to thrill. 4 points on a single raid to Himanshu. The Bulls will ask for a review.
Please
Stands
come,
to
what is your
reason.
challenge? 3 points, okay. TV Empire. Bengaluru Bulls challenge. Rider save 3 points only. Our decision, Rider save 4 points. Please review.
Yeah, I mean, that 1 point is huge in the context of the game because the Tamil Thalaivas will race away to a 10-point lead. Himanshu has been at 4 raid points for the longest time. Now, Navneet, that's 1. Nitin Raval, Saurabh Nandal. That's 3. The hand still hasn't gone across. That 4th one is contentious, Navneet. You think 4 or 3?
1, 2, 3. When does Lucky come in? I think he's made contact already. His shoe, look at his left shoe making contact with the hand of Himanshu. I think this will
Yes.
be a 4-pointer in favor of the Thalaivas.
Yep.
Okay. Review unsuccessful. Rider save 4 points. Tamil Thalaivas. Captain, no more reviews. Our reviews over. 14.
Now they're starting to break this game open. They just came back from an all-out. They were back to full strength. And just like that, the Bulls are reduced to 3 now.
Navneet, you have my commiserations.
I know I've had that all season long. It's just been really hard to digest this. It's been, well, the toughest season the Bulls have ever had in the 11 seasons.
If there's someone who can bring them back from that situation, I spoke too soon. It's not going to be
Raider
Pardeep
out.
Narwal.
1
The
point,
Bengaluru
Tamil
Bulls
Thalaivas.
are at the cusp of a second back-to-back all-out in the blink of an eye. The Thalaivas lead by 11. Pardeep Narwal's terrible run of form continues.
Went straight into Nitesh. One of the most easier tackles that Nitesh will have all season long. 1 versus 2. It's done. Shafagi cleans
Raider
up
save.
1 more.
1 point. Tamil Thalaivas. Number 11 out.
In a matter of 1.5 minutes, the Thalaivas are running away with this game. Just a reminder that the Bulls did beat the Thalaivas in round 1. The Thalaivas on the verge of settling a score here. Lots of time left, but that gap is widening.
Now Sushil, that's the second time he saves them from an all-out.
Raider save. Bonus plus 1 point. Bengaluru
He did
Bulls.
it
Number
once
4
before
out.
the previous all-out. This time he has 2 points. And Nitin Raval comes back in.
Substitution.
To the right
Bengaluru
of your
Bulls.
screen,
Number
Manpreet.
4 out.
Now that team will be itching
Number
to
5
come
out,
back from
40.
2 back-to-back losses in their last game. Just felt like they've gone off the boil a little bit, which is why I suspect they're playing a 3-raider formation today. It'll be interesting to see how that goes.
This time, Arul Nantababu comes in. Arul Nantababu
Raider
goes
save.
out.
1 point. Tamil Thalaivas. Number 4 out.
11-point lead now. And Nitin Raval is there. There is no Sushil to save them this time. 1 versus 7. They'll give him the bonus. There you go, picks it up. He fancies himself as a raider, doesn't he, Nitin Raval?
Yeah, he does. We've seen that across seasons.
Bonus point, Bengaluru Bulls.
Yeah, he's taken the bonus. He didn't attempt anything, which means this is going to be the surrender raid.
All
And
out,
just
1
like
plus
that,
2,
in a
3
span of
points.
3 minutes,
Tamil Thaliavas.
2 all-outs that have come from the Tamil Thaliavas, and they
All in
are
Bengaluru
running
Bulls.
riot over the Bengaluru Bulls.
A 13-point
Substitution, Bengaluru Bulls.
lead, pardon
Number
me,
4
to the
out,
Tamil
5 in.
Thaliavas here. Moin Shafagi on 9 points. Himanshu on 9 points. But actually, Navneet, did you realize Sushil has a Super 10?
Pankaj could have had a special
point,
move.
Tamil Thaliavas.
It would have been quite the sight to pull off a Dupke in front of the Dupke King. Wasn't meant to be, though. Excellent from defense
Great.
of the Thaliavas. Their 12th tackle point. Look at that score difference now. It didn't look like that for 30 minutes. How it's changed in 5 minutes.
He almost pulled off another one,
Red
Himanshu
out.
here.
1 point, Bengaluru
Nitin
Bulls.
Raval had the first touch there. The point will go to him. Look at how close it is now. Ouch. Sushil, the only man with a Super 10 this game. Saved the Bulls from 2 all-outs here. Takes Abhishek with him. That'll be 1 point all.
Bengaluru Bulls. Number 7 out.
Oh no, it's just a point to the Bulls.
Managed to pick up 1 point. But right, we're done with the defenders. We're back to the conversation about the team of the season. First raider, ain't no surprise. The talisman for Dabang Delhi KC, Ashu Malik.
He's the number 2 raider of the season at this point, and I tell you what, Navneet, of course, skill, strength, all of that apart, I'd have him in the team of the season just for his calm,
Absolutely.
for his sense of being unflappable, for the sort of courage that he gives a team that he can bring them back from the brink of disaster, any situation.
As poker-faced a player as you'll ever see on the mat, never overawed by any occasion. He's as composed an athlete you'll ever see in any sport. He is the calm, the balm that any team would love to have. And then you add the raiding prowess that he brings to the team. Ashu Malik, joint number 1 raider in season 10, number 2 raider in season 11. He's been spectacular.
There's another Malik here.
And to give Ashu Malik company will be the stand-in skipper of the Telugu Titans, Vijay Malik. Left raider brings in variety to the raiding squad, and that's why he gets a nod of some of the other right raiders. But Vijay Malik, Bridge, could also potentially be a backup captain option.
So brilliant points you made there now. Apart from skills once again, and apart from the fact that he can be a backup captain option, just like Ashu Malik, I would have Vijay Malik in my team purely for the size of heart that they both possess, the courage that runs through their veins.
Absolutely. Vijay Malik has just been really a diamond for the Telugu Titans. When Pawan Sehrawat went out to injury, everyone wondered as to what the fate of the Titans would be. Nobody saw them do what they did. And so with 6 players done and dusted, there was only one. Who's going to be front? Who's going to be center? And that is no surprise at all. The beast that is Devang Dalal will be our final entry into the team of the season.
Devang Dalal is not just the tip of the spear, he's the spearman. He's that big.
Absolutely unreal story. Has to be the biggest headline of season 11. Sai Prasad picks up another running hand touch here in a do-or-die effort. But for me, I almost consider this as Devang Dalal's first season because he barely got an opportunity with the Jaipur Pink Panther. So technically it's not his debut, but it is in some sense. And to see what he's done, and Bridge, goodness gracious, he is all muscle, is all strength, he's super tall, he's got great raiding skills.
1 point, Tamil
all in all,
Thaliavas.
making of a top name in the sport.
Incredible season for Devang Kalal. And the sort of fire that he's played with. He was categorical before the start of the season that so he has 3 stars on his jersey, the Patna Pirates, right? 3 season wins. He wants a 4th. And you can see that in his eyes every single time he gets into raid.
2 minutes to
Just
go.
about 2 minutes left here. 13 points for the Thaliavas. They'll pick up 5 here. The Bulls may not pick up anything from here. There he is, Pardeep Narwal.
You know, I have a feeling, Navneet, that the Thaliavas will be sore at having crashed out this season. Oh, brilliant.
Let us
Pardeep
say
Narwal of
2
old.
points,
Look at that.
Bengaluru
Dubki,
Bulls.
before
Number
anyone in
5
that
and 7
defense
out.
could react. How do you do that? He had his back to the midline, Navneet.
How many times have we seen him do this? Season after season, against different teams, different defenses. Just pulls off those dubkis with utmost ease. Moin Shafagi on the verge of a Super 10. Himanshu on the verge of a Super 10.
I was saying, Navneet, the Tamil Thaliavas will be sore at having crashed out this season. They looked like one of the teams, and they felt that they could have been one of the teams that could have made it to the top 6.
At the start of the season, we would have certainly put the Thaliavas in the top 6.
Yep.
With the raiding prowess they had and the defensive lineup they had, absolutely. And their defense lived up to the hype.
Raider
The
out.
Raiders
1
didn't.
point, Tamil Thaliavas.
That led to the downfall of the Thaliavas.
You know, and if you look at their coach, Cherana's face, he just looks
Do what I
really
did.
bamboozled as to what happened, what went wrong, where did it all, where did the house of cards fall?
Excellent tackle, a little too late
Raider
in
out.
the day
1
for the
point,
Bengaluru
Bengaluru
Bulls. It comes from Lucky Kumar. Nitin Raval, another night where he picks up 4 tackle points on the verge of a high 5. How does he do it? Game after game, all season long, he's been the lone standing warrior for the Bengaluru Bulls. Wow, that is some strength!
Raider save. 2 points,
Sushil
Bengaluru Bulls. Number
with
4
a
and 21 out.
2-pointer. Brute muscle plows through the Thaliavas defense.
Sushil has 14 raid points on the night from 22 raids. That is absurd in a losing cause where his team is losing, trailing right now by 11. Make that 12. Moin Shafagi as a bonus. Tomorrow, the Tamil Thaliavas play their last game. They go up against the home team, the Puneri Paltan, who've also crashed out. But expect that Balewadi Sports Complex to be going nuts with a lot of sound, even on a weeknight.
Yeah, but it'll also be their last glimpse of their home team, the defending champions. So the fans
Raider
will
save.
turn up in
1
big
point,
numbers.
Bengaluru Bulls.
Again,
Number
like the
19 out.
Tamil Thaliavas, another team that will feel sore at having crashed out.
Absolutely. We would have put Tamil Thaliavas and Puneri Paltan in the top 6 at the start of the season. But that's the beauty about the Pro Kabaddi League, the surprises that it throws season after season.
And the Puneri Paltan threw up another surprise, Ajay Thakur. The moment he walked in, suddenly it seemed like the Puneri Paltan, somewhat like the Puneri Paltan of old, without Aslam. Albeit.
Absolutely, yeah. We've seen a few changes as far as coaching goes. Could well be
Raider save.
the final raid.
2
No,
points.
I think we
Tamil
have 4
Thaliavas.
seconds
Number
left for
22
just
and
another
44
effort.
out.
No, we don't. The clock has run out. That is the final raid of the game. Himanshu goes back with 2 more points.
Match over.
He gets a Super 10. The Tamil Thaliavas win by 10 points. Himanshu has 11 from 15 raids. A good game for him. Moin Shafagi stranded on 9. Sushil 15 raid points from 23 raids. Pardeep Narwal just the 4, still 5 short of 1800. This is the 8th win for the Tamil Thaliavas this season. Remember, they still have 1 more game left. Now, though they've crashed out, it's not like the Tamil Thaliavas have been too bad this season. Like Navneet has been saying, it is their raiding department that has let them down.
These winning moments celebrated by Sriram Finance. A Super 10 for Himanshu. Moin almost getting there. All in all, 23 raid points, 14 tackle points. When a team gets into the 40s, you know you've had a good all-round effort.
Now, here's another thing. Navneet, Moin Shafagi is the only raider to have reached 100 raid points for the Tamil Thaliavas. He's reached his 100 today. The Thaliavas in the last 10 minutes really pulling away from the Bulls 6 points more. 21 to 33 points more. And they took their time warming up, didn't they, the Thaliavas? But eventually proving far too good for the Bengaluru Bulls. Here we go in the playoffs. 5 teams have qualified. Will U Mumbai be the 6th? They just need 1 point from the game coming up against the Haryana Steelers. If the Haryana Steelers get that 1 point, they will be going straight through to the semi-finals. It's a 1-point game in just a few moments from now. The Haryana Steelers versus U Mumbai. Manpreet Singh versus Sunil Kumar. U Mumbai ready to come out and take to the mat.